Today is Thursday, June 2nd. We're learning about another violent incident that spanned at least 2 cities in Oklahoma, and how the shooting in Uvalde could inspire new laws in Texas, what the governor is calling for now. Also, a celebrity trial that's captivated the world finally ended with a verdict. Plus, millions of people are celebrating a new royal era. A medical breakthrough could end up helping cancer patients. And hashtag Nun Talk is getting more popular as nuns turn to social media to revamp their image. Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in around 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. I'm Erica Mandy. Thanks so much for being here. You ready? Let's do this. Well, we have to start today by telling you about another mass shooting. This one happened at a medical building in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Police say the gunman killed 4 people and as many as 10 others were hurt. The shooter is also dead, and police think he turned one of his guns on himself. Even then, the threat still was not considered over. Police say they're also investigating a possible bomb threat in Muskogee, Oklahoma, about 50 miles away from Tulsa. They say it's connected to the shooting. But so far, no actual bomb has been found. And investigators have not said much else. But one Tulsa police captain told CNN, quote, "This is related to a much bigger issue with this shooter." To be continued. The school shooting in Uvalde, Texas could end up inspiring new Texas laws. Governor Greg Abbott called on state lawmakers to come up with solutions to prevent something similar from happening ever again. But to be clear, gun reform is not on the table, even though some people have been calling for new gun laws. Instead, the governor wants lawmakers to focus on the specific topics of school safety, mental health, social media, police training, and firearms safety. At least one Democratic state senator said he appreciated where Abbott was coming from, but that he and his colleagues have already come up with solutions like expanding background checks for gun sales, and those proposals never actually made it to a vote. By the way, Governor Abbott also told Texas officials to start doing in-person, unannounced school safety audits. But some education advocates and lawmakers condemn that idea, saying those kinds of random drills put officials at risk of being attacked by someone on campus who sees them as a real threat. It's not clear at this point if state leaders have a plan for that kind of thing, though. So far, the details are slim. It's the U.S. government's largest single student debt cancellation ever by a lot. The Biden administration is forgiving $5.8 billion of debt. And it means anyone who still has outstanding federal student loans from a Corinthian college is about to get their debt automatically wiped clean. The Education Department says about 560,000 student borrowers will be impacted. So if you're not familiar, Corinthian colleges used to be one of the largest for-profit education companies in the United States. But the company declared bankruptcy in 2015 after one of the most notorious cases of fraud in the history of American higher education. The government found several campuses were faking data about the success of their graduates. The feds also found the company was lying to the government about its graduation rates, and that it told students their course credits could be transferred to other colleges when that was not true. Many former Corinthian students have already gotten some of their debt forgiven because of these issues, but they had to apply, fill out a lot of paperwork, and in some cases, wait years. But now the forgiveness will be automatic. Borrowers who qualify are expected to be notified within weeks. This kind of action has been a big priority for the Biden administration. Since Biden took office, the government has approved $25 billion in loan forgiveness for 1.3 million Americans. Not everyone is happy about all of it, though. In the past, many Republicans in Congress have warned that taxpayers could end up on the hook for canceled debt, and that it could make inflation worse. Some have also said it's just unfair to those who've already paid off their loans. Still, President Biden is said to be considering even broader student loan forgiveness for millions more people. So, stay tuned. Today begins a 4-day celebration in the UK. Britain's Queen Elizabeth is marking 70 years on the throne in what's known as the Platinum Jubilee. She is the first British monarch to reach that milestone. So in England, the next 4 days will include a lot of pomp and pageantry. Let's go through a few of the biggest events. Today, the celebrations kick off with a military parade that the royal family will watch from the balcony of Buckingham Palace. Over the weekend, there will be a concert featuring Elton John, Diana Ross, and more at Buckingham Palace. About 22,000 people are expected to attend in person, and millions more will be able to watch it on TV. Then more than 10 million people are expected to take part in big Jubilee lunches on Sunday. Those are street parties and barbecues held all over the Commonwealth. Finally, the weekend will end with a people's pageant involving the military, thousands of performers, and hundreds of celebrities like singer Ed Sheeran and soccer star David Beckham. Not everyone in Britain is a fan of the royal family, though, so there's expected to be some small anti-monarchy protests throughout the weekend as well. All right, we have more news coming up, from a medical breakthrough to a tech leader stepping down to a celebrity trial that captivated the world and more. But first, a quick break for our sponsor. Changing diapers is just a part of parenthood that we can't avoid. And our kiddos are cute enough that ultimately we're okay with it. But why not make that part of the job as easy as possible on ourselves? Pampers Cruisers 360 Fit has the best fit and protection for your active baby. My little boy Dax is walking these days, which means there's no slowing him down. And I love that the 360 gap-free fit stretches around his waist, moving with him, and they won't gap in the back. Plus, unlike regular taped diapers, Dax cannot pull these diapers off with just one yank. Yep, I, the adult, can because they have easy tear sides, but he can't. Plus, the material feels super soft and comfortable. I can tell my baby loves it too because he's finally stopped tugging at his diaper, and we're seeing fewer rashes, which is key. Cruisers 360 Fit locks wetness away from skin for up to 12 hours, meaning I don't need to worry or get up overnight. And these diapers are hypoallergenic, free of elemental chlorine, bleaching, parabens, and latex. Plus, we're talking about Pampers here, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand. Buy in-store and download the Pampers Club app today to start earning rewards with every diapers and wipes purchase. An experimental treatment appears to have helped a woman survive a tough-to-treat cancer. Scientists in Oregon essentially turbocharged one woman's own immune cells to help her fight advanced pancreatic cancer. And while she's not cured, she has seen her tumors dramatically shrink. Researchers are calling it an important step in finding new kinds of treatments for not just pancreatic cancer, but also other types of cancers too. And that said, more research is needed. And this is not something that can be used on other cancer patients right away. In fact, this woman is one of only 2 people known to have tried this exact approach, and it did not work for the other patient. Still, some experts say it's proof that it might work for more people, and it's worth it for more researchers to pursue. The verdict is in, and it was a big win for actor Johnny Depp. Millions of people have been fascinated by the legal case between Depp and his ex-wife, actor Amber Heard. It started when Depp sued Heard over a 2018 op-ed in the Washington Post. In it, she said she's a domestic abuse survivor. And even though Depp was not named in that article, he claims it cost him lucrative acting roles. Ultimately, they sued each other for defamation, which is essentially saying their reputations were ruined because of a lie. Well, this became a very public trial. People around the world watched it all live over the last 6 weeks. Both Depp and Heard detailed serious allegations against each other involving drugs, alcohol, domestic abuse, and more, and both denied the accusations against them. In the end, the jury came back yesterday, mostly siding with Depp, awarding him millions of dollars in damages. The jury did also award a smaller amount in damages to Heard as part of her countersuit. But she put out a statement saying in part, quote, "I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women." Depp put out a statement too, saying in part, quote, "The jury gave me my life back. I am truly humbled." He added that the goal of the case was to reveal the truth. A spokesman for Heard said she plans to appeal the verdict. Sheryl Sandberg helped lead one of the world's most profitable, most well-known, and most controversial companies. And now Sandberg is stepping down as Meta's chief operating officer. Of course, Meta was still called Facebook when she got involved 14 years ago. And since then, Sandberg helped build out the business side of the company. As the Wall Street Journal puts it, she turned a free social media startup founded in a dorm room into one of the biggest advertising companies on the planet. She gained more name recognition with her book, Lean In. And now she says she wants to spend more time on her foundation and on women's issues. She told The Verge, quote, "It is a job that's been an honor and a privilege, but it's not a job that leaves a lot of time to do much else." Sandberg says she'll stay on as a member of Meta's board of directors. A new initiative has started to help find missing children all around the world, and it's happening on Meta-owned Instagram. This week, the social media platform started rolling out an Amber Alert feature in the U.S. and 24 other countries. Now, when law enforcement issues an Amber Alert, it will go to your Instagram feed, letting you know about a missing child and giving you a picture if there is one. The idea is users can share that information with friends on the platform so more people can be on the lookout. To make sure the alerts are targeted, Instagram says it will use the city on each user's profile, as well as their IP address and location services, assuming that feature is turned on. Facebook already added this same feature back in 2015 and says it's helped find hundreds of kids ever since. Basketball fans have been through the ups and downs of more than 100 games so far this season, and now it all comes down to this. The NBA Finals start tonight. And with that, we'll see Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and the rest of the Golden State Warriors face off against Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and the rest of the Boston Celtics. This will be the Warriors' 6th appearance in the finals over the last 8 years. But for the Celtics, it's their first time getting there since 2010. Meaning it's also the first time their two young star players, Tatum and Brown, will play on the sport's biggest stage. It's really expected to be a pretty tight series. Even though Golden State is technically considered the favorite, it's anyone's game. The series starts tonight, and fans can watch it all on ABC. Well, that's it for the main news today, so now it's time for Thing to Know Thursday. But first, I want to mention a couple more things about my favorite diapers for my baby Dax, the Pampers Cruisers 360 Fit. I already mentioned how comfortable they are for him and that they help us avoid that annoying gap in the back of his diaper and that they lock away wetness from skin for up to 12 hours. Well, they also help me avoid a wrestling match at the changing table. Yep, forget securing diaper tape between kicks and screams. You know what I'm talking about. Because Cruisers 360 Fit diapers are quick and easy to pull on your little one. I actually like to let Dax stand up while I pull them up the rest of the way, and he's so much happier that way. And taking these diapers off is even easier with the appropriately named Easy Tear sides. You literally just rip them off at the sides. There's even an attached disposable tape that makes it easy to rip, wrap, and roll the diaper before you throw it away. So buy the Pampers Cruisers 360 Fit diapers in-store and download the Pampers Club app today to start earning rewards with every diapers and wipes purchase. Now back to Thing to Know Thursday. Some nuns have found a way to make convent life look a little more appealing to young people. They've turned to TikTok and gotten pretty popular too. If you search hashtag #NunTalk on the app, you'll find tons of videos that together have tens of millions of views. Many of them come from Catholic religious sisters who are often referred to as media nuns. They take videos of their convent, but also do lip-syncing, pranks, and viral dances. They also take prayer requests from their followers. Another top creator is an Episcopal nun named Sister Monica Claire, who posts on the account Nonsense for the People. She told the New York Times she's hoping to clear up some misconceptions about her way of life. As she put it, quote, "We're not all grim old ladies reading the Bible. There's joy and laughter, the full range of human experience." Even Pope Francis has acknowledged that there can be some benefits to social media to get their message out. It's not clear if all the exposure is actually helping to draw in new members, though. As of 2019, Georgetown University found 87% of Christians living the cloistered life were 60 or older. All right, thank you so much for listening today and for sharing the show. We'll be back with much more news to know tomorrow. Until then, have a great day.